twin manifestations of God. 200 years ago, the Báb was born in Iran. In the 25th year of his blessed life, he arose to proclaim his cause. The Báb revealed a new system of faith. The reforms of the Báb challenged the corruptions and the hypocrisies of the time, and when his energetic measures spread his influence far and wide, the forces of the government were at once mobilized against him. All of the prophets of God have chosen to appear and deliver their message in countries and amidst peoples and races at a time when they were either fast declining or had already touched the lowest depths of moral and spiritual degradation. Iranians are known throughout the world for their religious fanaticism. The Báb arose with such power as to shake the foundations of the religious laws, customs, manners, morals, and habits of Iran, and instituted a new faith and religion. Though the Báb was young, and although the cause he revealed was contrary to the desire of all the peoples, both high and low, rich and poor, king and subject, yet he arose and steadfastly proclaimed it. The Báb knew the risk. At the beginning of his mission, he prophesied his own martyrdom. As soon as his mission started, the signs of the ascendancy, the might, the sovereignty, and power emanating from the Báb were manifest. Thousands of pure and kindly hearts were immediately attracted to the Báb. The Báb's influence was even exerted on the most eminent and powerful amongst his countrymen. Leaders of thought sent by the Shah of Iran to investigate him were converted and became his defenders and supporters. But the more the Báb extolled the remembrance of God, the greater the Muslim clergy grew in their oppression, until all the divines pronounced sentence against him, and they united to put him to death. The teachings of the Báb shattered the clergy's authority, and thousands joined the new religion. The clergy, fearing their loss of their power, arose to stop the spread of his faith. They pronounced death sentences to those who joined the new faith. 20,000 of the Báb's followers were cast into prison, punished, persecuted, and martyred. Their homes were pillaged and destroyed, their possessions confiscated. They sacrificed their lives. There is no more convincing proof to demonstrate the regenerating spirit animating the teachings of the Báb than his power to transform what can be regarded as one of the most backward, the most cowardly, and perverse of peoples into a race of heroes, fit to effect, in turn, a similar revolution in the life of mankind. In 1850, frightened of the growing influence and desperate to crush the movement of the Báb, the Iranian authorities made the decision to execute the Báb. When they charged him with apostasy, the same exact charge the Pharisees leveled against Jesus, the Báb refused to repent or refute his teachings and calmly accepted the consequences. Reflect. Who in the world is able to manifest such transcendent power, such pervading influence? Do thou ponder these momentous happenings in thy heart, so that thou mayest apprehend the greatness of this revelation and perceive its stupendous glory. The Báb wrote extensively in his own hand. His inspired verses were so abundant that none hath yet been able to estimate their number. The overpowering effect of the manner in which the Báb wrote was heightened by the gentle intonation of his voice, which accompanied his writing. Not for one moment did he interrupt the flow of the verses which streamed from his pen. Not once did he pause. In one extraordinary period of 2 days, his writings exceeded in quantity the entire text of the Quran, which represented the fruit of 23 years of Muhammad's prophetic output. During the time when the Báb was among the people, he was constantly heralding the coming of Baha'u'llah. His history encompasses the appearance of 2 contemporaneous messengers of God, the Báb and Bahá'u'lláh. Baha'u'llah explained that this phenomena is a mystery central to the plan of God for our era. It will lead to the unification of humankind and the establishment of a global civilization. The revelation of the Báb may be likened to the sun, its station corresponding to the first sign of the zodiac, the sign Aries, which the sun enters at the spring equinox. The station of Baha'u'llah's revelation, on the other hand, is represented by the sign Leo, the sun's midsummer and highest station. The creative energies released at the hour of the birth of the Báb's revelation are deranging, during the present transitional age, the equilibrium of the entire planet as the inevitable prelude to the consummation in world unity. 200 years after the birth of the Báb, in thousands upon thousands of locations around the world, the teachings of the Báb and Baha'u'llah inspire individuals and communities as they work to improve their own lives and contribute to the advancement of their neighborhoods and society. An especially notable feature has been the frequency with which the Baha'i community is identified in a wide variety of contexts, with efforts to bring about the betterment of society in collaboration with like-minded people. Leaders of thought in all kinds of settings have expressed that Baha'is possess a cogent conception of what needs to be accomplished and effective means for realizing their aspirations. In the celebration of the 200-year anniversary of the birth of the Báb, we remember the heroic life of the Báb and his impact on our lives today.